Okay, so yesterday we were talking about the two different kinds of ignorance. And the first ignorance of conventionalities, especially here meaning cause and effect, karma and its effects, that kind of ignorance is very related to, in the 10 non-virtues, the last one of wrong views. Okay, because one of the wrong views we have is there's no ethical dimensions to our actions, that, you know, things, I can do this and it's not going to bring some result in my future life because there's no future lives, this kind of way of thinking. And His Holiness has said, in terms of those wrong views, one doesn't have to actually have the conscious thought, I don't believe in future lives and my actions don't have an ethical dimension, but rather just the idea that what I do doesn't matter, you know, that my actions don't have results. And I was thinking about that in a more general way, and so I'm not saying that all of the following things are that wrong view, but just spreading that out more, you know, kind of, well, what does it mean when we think my actions don't matter? Yeah, or that whatever I do, it doesn't have a result. And I was thinking that that feeds very much into this attitude we have of, this is my life, what I do is my business, it only affects me, it doesn't affect anybody else, so leave me alone. You know, and I often think here of this debate that they had about should guys wearing wear helmets, be required by law to wear helmets when they're on the highway on a motorcycle. And all these, you know, bikers are saying, no, it's my life, if I want to kill myself, it's okay, you know. And I look at it and it's like, yeah, that's true, you know, however, what you do influences me. And if I happen to be on the highway and there's an accident and you're involved in it and you die, I'm going to feel horrible. But if you would have lived because you would have worn a helmet, I wouldn't feel as horrible as I would have felt by causing an accident in which somebody died. You know, so this way of thinking that, you know, it's my life, what I do doesn't matter, it doesn't affect you. I mean, for me, that's a pretty shocking example, you know, and so I was very glad when they passed that law, because what we do does influence other people. Yeah, and, you know, and so often we just have this kind of thing of, you know, this feeling that we're independent entities and it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I'm not saying that we have to always try and please other people, and I'm not saying we're responsible for their feelings. But what I am saying is to take a big picture and to see that our actions do affect others, you know, in many, many, many ways, in big ways, in small ways, and that our actions also affect ourselves, and they plant the seeds in our mind stream for what we ourselves are going to experience. So having that kind of mindfulness, you know, or a kind of that worldview in which how we place ourselves in history or in life, not in history, but how we place ourselves in life, with an awareness of being an interdependent phenomena that influences others, that influences our own future and others' future and everything, that this makes a big difference in how we relate to everybody, you know, when that mindfulness is really strong in our mind. And similarly, don't turn that camera off yet. It makes us, you know, very aware of how others' actions influence us. And here, particularly, rather than look at how others' reckless actions or heedless actions influence us, try and look at how others' kind actions influence us. So when we're looking at our own actions, we look at how our reckless, heedless actions influence others. But when looking at others' actions, we focus on how their kind actions influence us. Okay? We usually do the opposite, and that's why we're miserable and in conflict. Okay? If we do it this way, then we'll be a lot more peaceful and get along better with others.